Welcome, my dear students, to the class of 11th English Medium. The subject is Statistics, Chapter 8, Function, brought to you by Vitan Sir. Previously, in this chapter, we have studied about what is a function and how a relationship can be expressed between two sets of variables. Let's just recall the definition of a function. If A and B are two non-empty sets and each element of set A is related with one and only element of set B by some rule, relation or correspondence, then it is called a function from set A to set B and it is denoted by f, g, h, k, etc. etc. Now, I think that many students found this concept difficult to understand. But the thing is that you need to recall the set theories which you studied in your secondary standards. Okay, in those set theories, you had different set of values, and what we are doing here is that we are comparing or we are connecting two sets of values using a particular relationship. Okay, so if I want to say that I want to connect set A, which is odd number, with set B, which is even number, then I need some connection between them. For example, if I add 1 in each odd numbers, I get even numbers. So x plus 1 is the relationship between two sets, or if I can say that I subtract 1 from each odd numbers, I get even numbers. So same thing, x minus 1, I can say there could be different kinds of relationships to connect these two sets, and these relationships are known as functions. Okay, so basically if I have a set of numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6, and if I have an equation x square plus 1, so I will put 1 2 3 4 5 6 into x square plus 1, and the number of values I get, if those values are part of any other set, then we can say that x square plus 1 is a relationship between set A to set B. Okay, now let's start with the topic of this tutorial, that is domain, codomain and range. Now these are the three values. Actually we already know this, but let's name them properly. Okay, if we are talking about the set functions, if we are talking about the function theories, we must know what is the meaning of a domain, what is the meaning of a codomain, and what is the meaning of a range. First of all, domain. Now in a function from set A to set B, the set A is considered the domain. The value of variable belongs to this set. It is denoted as df, that is domain of a function. Now basically we have two sets, and the value of one set must connect to the values of the second set. For this purpose we have the function. So if we are taking the values of A, putting it into the function to find the values in set B, then A is called domain of the function. So we have to take into consideration the values of A. We will put values of A into the equation, so that A is called domain. Codomain. Now I think you guys might have got what is the meaning of a codomain. So the set in which the unique images from domain are to be found is called codomain. It is denoted by B. When we take the values of A and put it into the equation and we get certain answers, those answers are known as images, and those images, those answers must belong to second set. Okay, we have two sets, A and B. So values of A put into equation getting the images must belong to set B, then that set B is known as codomain. Don't worry, I am going to give you an example of this thing. So even if you are not getting it clearly right now, I will clear it up in the next slides. Range. Now it is easier. The set of unique images of the domain calculated using the relation are called range of the function. That means when I take the values of x, values of a, and put it into the equation, the set of values which I get as answers, okay, if I put 1 2 3 4 5 into the relationship x square, so 1 square is 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. These values are the range of the function. That means using the function, these are the values which I can get. So domain is the set from which I take values. Codomain is the set in which I must get my values, and range is the set of answers or images which I get by taking the values of domain and putting it into the equation. Let's take an example to clarify this. We have B -1 0 1 3 and C 1 3 5 7 9 11. So we have two sets here. The relationship is hx is equal to 2x plus 3. So the equation is 2x plus 3. The x belongs to B. That means the values of B must be put into the equation here. So what is the domain? Okay. How can we say which value is domain here? So B is -1, 0, 1 and 3, and those values are to be taken. So here the importance is on B. So domain is B, that is -1, 0, 1, 3. We will put these values into the equation and get answers in the set C. The answers should be a part of the set C. So that set C is known as the codomain. So domain is the set B from which we are taking the values. Codomain is the set C in which we are going to find the answers. And when I put all the values of B, that is the domain, into the equation, 1359 is the value which I will get. Okay, where I put -1 0 1 and 3 into 2x plus 3, I get 1359. These are the answers which I get. That means those values are called range of the function. I believe only by taking certain illustrations and solving sums can we understand this better. So let's move forward with that. But before that, let me clarify certain things. That is the f, that is the function from set A to set B in notations, is written as f colon A arrow B, or we can call it f is a function from set A to set B. Now that's how we call it. Thus we may write our functions as f is a function from A to B. A is 1 2 3 4, B is 3 5 7 9, and fx is 2x plus 1, where x belongs to A. These are how we are going to write our functions from now on. Here f is a function, the first value is the domain, and the second value is the codomain. So f is a set from, f is a function from A to B. So A is domain, B is codomain. Similarly, f is a function from P to S. So P is the domain, S is the codomain, and Kx is equal to 10 is the function. Similarly, F is a function from set A to set B. So A is domain, B is codomain, and Y is the function. So this is how we write down the set values, or this is how we denote our functional theories. So f is a function from set A to set B, or f is a function from set P to set S, or f is a function from X to Y, or whatever. Starting with illustration 2. Obtain domain, codomain and range for the following functions. And then there are sub questions there. Number 1, f is a function from A to B. Remember what I say, okay? F colon A arrow B is spoken as f is a function from A to B. A is -1 0 1, B is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and the equation here is 2x plus 5. What to do? Take the values of A, okay? We just have to decide which is domain, which is codomain, and what's the range. the first value is A, okay, it is from A to B, so A is naturally domain and B is naturally codomain. But range is something which we need to calculate by taking the values of A and putting it into the equation. So first value I am going to take X as -1. So F -1 is 2 into -1, that is -2 plus 5, 3. So first value of range is 3. Similarly, X taking 0, F0 is 0 plus 5, 5. And then X taking as 1, it is 2 ones are 2 plus 5, 7. So the range here is 3, 5, 7. So domain is the first value, codomain is the second value, and taking the values of domain, putting them into the equation, whatever answers we get, the set of those answers is range. G is a function from a to n. Now here n denotes natural numbers and a is -1, 2, 3, 4. Gx is 3 times x plus 5. So domain is df, that is -1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have codomain is natural numbers from 1 to infinity. And then we will take the values of a, that is -1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4, put them into our gx equation, 3x plus 5. So 3 times -1 is -3 plus 5, 2. Then x is equal to 2. So 3 times 2, 6 plus 5, 11. Then x is equal to 3. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 5, 14. And similarly, x is equal to 4. So 3 times 4 is 12 plus 5, 17. So natural numbers means 1 to infinity. So 2, 11, 14, 17 will be our range of the given function. So by taking all the values of domain, these are the values which we get. H is a function from set P to set S. P is -2, -1, 0, 1. S is -4, -3, -2, -1. And the function, the relationship here is x minus 2. Okay, so the domain is the first one P, codomain is the second one S, and range we have to take the values of P, -2, put it into equation, -2 minus 2 is -4. You can see that it is a part of our S, the codomain. Then take -1, so -1 minus 2, -3. Similarly, take 0, -2, -2, and then 1, -2, -1. So -4, -3, -2, and -1 are the answers which we get from the equation. So the range of the function is -4, -3, -2, -1. You can see here that the codomain and the range has the same values. The thing is that either codomain and range has the same values or codomain has more values than range. But codomain cannot have less values than range, because if that is the case, then it is not a function, because our rule is that all the images, that is the whole range, should belong to the codomain. Okay, so this range here at the bottom must always belong to the codomain here, that is -4, -3, -1. Codomain may be greater, but it can be less. Then it does not become, it ceases to become a function. Okay. Fourth question, k is a function from a to z, where a is -1 upon 2, 0, 1 upon 2, and kx is 4x square plus 3. Now the thing you need to remember here is z is the whole number. So the domain is a, while codomain is z, which is whole numbers. It could be positive as well as it could be negative. Okay. So x is -1 upon 2. So when you put -1 upon 2 into our equation here, it becomes 4 times 1 upon 4, that is just 1 plus 3, 4. Then you put x is equal to 0. So 4 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. And then you take 1 upon 2. So 4 times 1 upon 2 square is 4 times 1 upon 4 plus 3, that is 1 plus 3, 4. So technically you are only getting two values, 3 and 4. Doesn't matter how many times 4 is repeated, it is still just 4. So the range of the equation here is 3 and 4. So the domain is negative 1 upon 2, 0 and 1 upon 2, while the range is 3 and 4. Okay, and our codomain is whole numbers. So 3 and 4 are whole numbers. So naturally we get the perfect answer. We will take another illustration. We have to do the same thing, obtain domain, codomain and range for the following functions. The first one, f is a function from a to n is natural numbers. The equation is x square plus 1 and a denotes x, where x is negative 2 less than equal to x less than 1. So x is between negative 2 and 1 and x is also equal to negative 2. X belongs to a. Okay, so it is a negative 2 value, negative 1 value and 0. These are the values which we have right now. So domain is a, negative 2, negative 1, 0. Okay, if you look at this portion here, it is between negative 2, it is equal to negative 2, but it is not equal to 1, so less than 1. So negative 2, negative 1 and 0. Codomain is naturally capital N, which is a natural number. What we need to do, we will take these values and put them into our this equation here. So x negative 2, when I take, it becomes negative 2 square, 4 plus 1, 5. Similarly, negative 1 square, 1 plus 1, 2 and 0 square, 0 plus 1, 1. So 5 to 1. So naturally our range here is 5 to 1. You can also write it as 1 to 5. Does not matter. So this is the range of the equation given. Moving on to the second question, f is a function from z to n. Now here z is a whole number, n is natural number. And the equation is x square plus 2, x belongs to z. Domain is z whole numbers, codomain is n natural numbers, and we are going to take randomly any number. Okay, z is whole numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity. So what I am going to do, I am going to take one negative number, one 0 and one positive number. Rest will be dot dot dots. So I will take negative 1 square, 1 plus 2, 3. Then I will take x is equal to 0. And I will take 0 square, that is 0 plus 2, 2. And then I will take negative again positive 1. So 1 square plus 2, 3. So naturally, as you can see here, what I am getting right now is dot 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 3, that is starting from infinity value. I am getting 3, then 2, then again I am getting 3, and then I am again going towards the infinity value. So what happens here, because z is a whole number including negative and positive values, but our equation is squaring those values. So it doesn't matter whether it's a negative value or positive value, it will be a positive value in the end. Moving on towards the last question of this tutorial. F is a function from n to n. That means the domain and codomain both are natural numbers. The relationship given in the question is 4x. That is, the domain should be multiplied with 4 to get the codomain here. Naturally, if I am going to write the range for this, I can start with f1 naturally, because that's the first value in the natural number, then f2, f3, and function here is just 4 times the original value. So naturally my values here will be 4, 8, 12, 16 and dot 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 up to infinity. So my dear students, with this we end two of our illustrations number 2 and illustration number 3, in which we discussed about domain, codomain, range, the notations and how we calculate that. Next time we are going to discuss types of a function. There are basically 3 types which we will discuss in the next tutorial. Thank you very much for watching this. Wait for my next video. See you then. Welcome students to With Answers Unacount Academy. That's better way to success for you. I am Vitan Vora and I teach accountancy, statistics and social science. You can contact me on my cell number 919426310184. Please give a sub to my channel and also check out my other video playlist which you can see on the screen. Thank you and I will see you in the next video.